Guys, you want to know what I was doing? I was watching ZOM go to the moon like this. Zapenya, what is up, Baba? Now I'm just playing. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trades, where we give technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Let's just get right into the video. Today, we're going to be checking out ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica. This is a company that I have absolutely loved for quite some time. We're going to clean up the charts here just to give us a fresh start on how we can read the setup here, and I'm very excited to talk about this today. So, first off, we're going to start off with the fundamentals, the why. Why should you care about this company? Why should you invest in them? What do we have coming up that we can predict, right? And then we're going to look at the overall financial situation, any sort of recent news that may affect the stock price, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this, which is the charting. So on the charts, we're going to look at the 1 month and the 1 day, 1 minute chart to give us both a macroscopic and microscopic perspective of the price action. I've got 3 different indicators pulled up. I'll walk you through those real quick. The RSI, which is relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. And then we've got the 200 EMA, which is this purple trend line, and the 15 MA, which is this blue trend line. 200 EMA is the exponential moving average, and this is a price action based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period to give us a macroscopic perspective of the price action. And then the 15-day MA is the moving average. Some brokerage accounts call this the SMA, the simple moving average. And this is a price action based valuation trend line over a 15-day moving period, which gives us a microscopic perspective of the price action. Use both of these side by side in order to get an idea of upcoming breakouts that we can be able to predict, right? And if you were able to use these tools back when ZOM was trading at what would have been about 91 cents, you would have been able to experience an absolutely filthy double up with this stock. And I don't think it is over quite yet. So let's get into the video. So let's start off with what the company does. What is Zomedica? Zomedica Corporation, formerly Zomedica Pharmaceuticals Corp., is a developmental stage veterinary diagnostic and pharmaceutical company. They are engaged in the development of products for companion animals such as canine, feline, and equine by focusing on needs of clinical veterinarians. It is focused on developing 3 diagnostic platforms: a bulk acoustic wave sensor-based veterinary point-of-care diagnostic platform for performing immunodiagnostic testing, a Raman spectroscopy-based, I probably said that absolutely wrong, point-of-care diagnostic platform for the detection of pathogens, and liquid biopsy assays for the detection of cancer, along with related consumables. The company's Truforma product candidate is an investigational device being developed as a point-of-care biosensor platform. ZM020 is its diagnostic platform being developed to screen for a range of pathogens in companion animal feces, urine, respiratory, and dermatological samples. It is developing ZM017 as a canine cancer liquid biopsy platform. If we just check out their website really quick, I'll just pull this up for everybody right now. They're developing veterinary diagnostics that improve both patient and practice health. Their latest news, we can pull this up right here. This was posted on January 25th, 2021, so it is a little bit old, but Zomedica signs Truforma distribution agreement with Miller Veterinary Supply. So, Truforma, we'll just read this first. Zomedica, a veterinary health company creating point-of-care diagnostics products for dogs and cats, today announced that it has signed an agreement with Miller Veterinary Supply for the distribution of Truforma, Zomedica's first product, planned to begin sales on March 30th, 2021. 2021, March 30th is the date that everybody is waiting for, right? This is when we're expecting a pretty massive run up on the stock. And we're all going to Google here ZOM stock and just see if there is any other recent news that we can take a peek at. And let's just read this really quick. ZOM stock price increased 95.6% this past week. Why it happened? Let's just take a quick read. This was posted today on February 7th. So, just reading this, increased by 95.6% this past week as it went from 98 cents per share to 191 February 5th. Since there was not any fundamental news from the company announced this past week, it appears that the stock price increase was coordinated through social media. Some people do speculate this was because of WSB. It is entirely possible. I think it's speculative. It's possible for sure, right? Because WSB has been pumping a bunch of different stocks. It's 100% realistic that is the case. But if that is the case, it is going to make it much, much more difficult to predict ZOM's price action, right? This could very easily be a pump and dump. And that's why I don't think this is the case. Because if we do look at the price action, guys, nobody has sold this yet. And if you want to look at all of these social media coordinated stocks, such as Nokia, right? Nokia, it was a pump followed by a hard dump. EB, right? Pump followed by a hard dump. This took a big crap, right? That's not the case here with ZOM. I really don't think that's the situation here. I don't see it dropping, all the way back down to previous levels as we've seen. We will get into the charts and what I think is going to be a good entry point here, but I don't think that is realistic. And this article does seem a little bit misleading. There are references to ZOM and stock trading groups on Facebook, Discord chat rooms, stock trading subreddits, Twitter hashtags, and YouTube channels throughout the week. A large percentage of ZOM shares were at a short, so some investors were pushing for a short squeeze. It's also worth mentioning that ZOM was mentioned on the Wall Street Bets Reddit group a number of times. The Wall Street Bets group became known for driving up the stock price of GameStop in order to send a message to short seller hedge funds in late January as part of a major short squeeze play. I don't know if you guys have heard about Zomedica, but they help our veterinarians and our furry friends, said Baskin in the paid video. So that's talking about, I still can't believe that. That makes me laugh every single time. Carol Baskin was paid $299 to make this minute-long video about Zomedica, but that helped push the price action too. Anyways, gonna come here to the charts. I don't think that's the situation here. My personal take, Wall Street Bets is not focused on Zomedica. They're not. They're focused on GameStop and AMC, and everything else is just noise. It's a distraction. I would not take that into consideration with ZOM. I do think ZOM is still a good play to get into, but I don't think this is one of those situations or those plays. We're going to be looking at a quick pump and a quick out. But I do think you're going to see a pullback. How much of a pullback? Well, we can get a couple different ideas here. So if we look at the previous trends, we can look at this huge run up we saw from 41 cents up to $1.48. We can get an idea of how much we saw a pullback, right? We held up pretty well at 50%. Initially, we tested out 61.8. Take out this large candle wick, it would look something like this. Pull back to about 50%. So if we take that same methodology, right, that same overall trend, we have been pretty overbought for quite some time. It is very likely we see a pullback. It's currently trading at 70 on the RSI. It's been pushed upwards to 85 more than one time, right? And the last time this happened, it did last for a couple of days, followed by a pretty long period of consolidation. So if you do follow that same overall trend, guys, you're going to be looking at a pullback to probably between 61.8% and 50%, which is going to be between $1.47 and $1.58. I do find it likely that you do see a pullback here in the future, as this has been running pretty harshly for quite some time now. Of course, we cannot guarantee that happens. That is just how we're looking at previous trends. When we run up this hard, it usually does pull back at least some. And this stock is pretty volatile. It's got a lot of opportunity to rinse and repeat, and that does look like an opportunity here. Of course, my personal stance on this is it is the best opportunity to hold this until at least late March 30th, and we do have that Truforma system, which is going to be commercialized. If you're not familiar with what the Truforma system is, I will show you guys this really quick. We're actually going to come to the Zomedica website and take a quick peek at the Truforma system. So essentially what this is, right? I'm going to come over here to learn more about the Truforma system. So, Truforma. What do? Truforma immunoassays deliver accurate, reliable data when testing for thyroid and adrenal disease. Assay performance metrics to determine specificity and sensitivity were determined with the goal of meeting or exceeding the stringent testing standards found in a reference lab setting. So it's a way to monitor the thyroid and adrenal gland of cats and dogs specifically. And if they can commercialize this, it is a great way to generate revenue. I think there is a huge demand for pet health, as there has been an increase in pet demand in general, right? With more cats and dogs being purchased with COVID and quarantine to help as companion animals and such. So I think it's got a lot of potential. I think it's going to be a $4 or $5 stock by late March. I think that is the best opportunity to hold this play, is as a midterm hold. But if you were looking for a swing trading opportunity, nonetheless, we do see that retracement wise, you see anywhere between $1.48 and $1.58 is going to treat you pretty dang well. And $1.48 does line up pretty well as a level of support. So we are actually going to adjust this just a hair down so we get a couple more touch points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different touch points at $1.45. So personally, I like the best entry points between $1.45 and $1.58. I'm not guaranteeing you this is going to happen tomorrow, right? I would imagine sometime between tomorrow and probably Thursday or Friday. If you look at previous trends on the stock, right? Patience pays, patience pays, patience pays. Please, please, please do not FOMO the stock, my friends. There's so much time. There's so many stocks out there to get into. We as traders, TREYDERS, do not chase stocks. Don't chase this stock. I really, really want you guys to get into this for the best possible price, and it will present itself to you. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. Be patient. So somewhere between $1.45 and $1.58 should treat you well. Currently overbought on the RSI. Volume, a little bit inconsistent, right? We do see huge pumps in volume when it does run, and when it doesn't run, volume drops a little bit. It just trades sideways. So this is a stock that might take a little bit of patience. This is also a Chris Sane penny play, and I did make a video talking about his penny plays in a different video if you want to check that out. But I've got a lot of faith in this company. I think it'll do well. Entry point between $1.45 and $1.48 should treat you well. Big gap between the 15 EMA and the 200 EMA, very bullish in nature. Gonna check this out on the 1 day, 1 minute chart for any last minute confirmations. As far as exit points go, you can watch for a retest of this top at $2.01. That should treat you pretty well. If you run up between 20 and 30%, you're happy taking profits. That is 100% acceptable, and that would be a total 20 to 30% run up. Guys, if you turn a 10% profit on your portfolio 8 times, you double your account. You turn a 10% profit 12 times, you triple it. You stack these nickel and dimes over time, nickel and dime over time, baby. You're going to build your portfolio into something absolutely dirty. That's how I turned my Fidelity account from 8,000 to 46,000 in about 2 months or so. So I recommend you to do the same and just add it up slowly over time. So if we do check out the overall theme here, right? We do see this initial run up, right? We see this upward moving channel followed by a break, wide range candle bar breaking beneath this ascending level of support. And for the majority of the day after that, we did just mainly trade sideways. We do have a slight stair stepping up, slight moving channel, and then a slight downward moving descending level of resistance. Did break below this ascending level of support pretty harshly, sold off, came back up, finished the day right around where we closed. So not a bad day for Zomedica. We did finish with the 15 MA cross over the 200 EMA, microscopically speaking, which is a double confirmation to bullish territory. However, I do find it more likely that you do see the stock pull back. If it does run up, guys, you want to get in on the initial run up on Monday, please be very careful. Set a trailing stop loss for 5%, 10%, so that if it does end up pulling back, right, it was a false break. You don't lose profits. You can secure the bag and get back in at a better entry point, which I think is going to be between $1.45 and $1.58. That is what I have for the video today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel. And consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. Webull is the version 4 desktop, which you're watching me use right now here on the computer. They also have an app on the phone. If you use my link, you'll get 2 free stocks with the $100 deposit. And I will also receive a free stock. Great way to support the channel. If you're not interested, my friends, that's totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. So that is what I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you all next time.